Hey, what's up, guys? Hope everyone out there is doing well. My name is Mike, and it's time for us to get into another music reaction. So, guys, we are on to the final song off of the Starcatcher album. We're back to Greta Van Fleet. This is Frozen Light. This is the seventh song in the track list, but like I said, it's the last new song that I have not heard from this album. So, in a way, it's like an end of my Starcatcher journey here. After this, I will talk about what I think of the album as well. But yeah, I've been really clicking with this tonight. Also because I've been sitting down to finish off this album, but I've been clicking with the theme of this whole album and this cult. And I know there's going to be some people out there who disagree with that interpretation. I have been out of the loop as far as the community and what people think about this, but once again, I read the lyrics for this song, and I can't help but again see ties to the theme of this album and this being about the cult still. At this point, how many songs tonight have I thought I saw a theme there? I looked it up, and I'm not the only one who thinks this about all these songs tying into the theme. If you want some insight into that, it's on the web. That was from Reddit. Just look it up, and you can kind of see that these songs somehow tie into the whole overarching storyline of ultimately their ultimate fate and meeting the master. Yeah, this song it can be taken multiple ways though. I could see this just being a song about the band performing. Afterwards, they want to just get something to eat, and it kind of it could come off without any other context. It's just them after a performing, and it's nighttime, no one's awake, the streets are empty, they just want to get something to eat. And then on another context with the theme of this album, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like nearing the end of their journey of their ultimate fate and meeting the master. And yeah, it's kind of like it mentions the frozen light will take me there, a flame for going home. And I think home in this is symbolic for, ending, meeting their ultimate fate once again is the way I see it. Yeah, you could look at this couple different ways. I feel pretty assured in my interpretation. And after I found, looking on the net that I'm not alone, it makes even more sense to me. But I get it if you guys disagree with that. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump in. This is the, bittersweet moment here. Final song from the new album. I'm not going to have any more new GVF to listen to. So here we go. Greta Van Fleet, Frozen Light. And we're stuck again. There we go. This one has a groove to it. The bass guitar and the guitar are pretty in sync on this song. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna do some commentary here. Let me talk about this. Uh, I'm trying to, pull off my first instinct on what I'm hearing in the music and what it makes me feel. It kind of makes me feel like I'm driving at night, and this is the kind of mood song that I could picture for that moment. And it's kind of like what the theme of the lyrics too, as well. At least in my opinion, searching for a place to eat, to sit down for the night possibly, and this song doesn't have a sad feel. It doesn't have uh not a full on happy feel either. Something in between. And I saw one of the lyrics. I think it describes it best. It talks about the distance and anticipation. That's what I feel like this song is about. It makes me feel like anticipation for something else, something even greater later. You know what I mean? Um, Now, musically, this song's rocking. Sounds good. I like how, at least to me, it feels like the bass guitar and guitar are very in sync on this one, playing the same exact notes, especially in the verse. A little bit on the chorus as well, but it's almost note for note, they're playing the same thing. And they don't always do that. In fact, I don't think they most of the time do that either. So there's only a handful of songs that I can think of where they do that. So yeah, this one stands apart from the others as well. Let's keep going. I still need this one to sink in more for me. Ooh, whoa, that was an intentional weird wrong, like intentional wrong note. Whoa. Pretty bass heavy song on this as well. A little bit of a Sam showcase here. I'm understanding it now. I'm starting to feel it. This song is about searching, man. Not just lyrically, but even the music. Whoa. That was a great solo, man. It's like flittering in and out, like a bat or a bird. Oh, wow. What a way to end my journey here, man. Wow. That was almost like the perfect, like, cliffhanger kind of ending here that I guess I was subconsciously expecting an ending Not I didn't know what to expect really, but musically this feels right to me. This feels like yeah, a good way to end the last song I'm going to hear off this album. Perfect. Oh man. Wow. Well, that was it, man. Greta Van Fleet, Frozen Light. Yeah. This is a major it's a mood song, it's a vibe song too. Um it's a song all about searching, not just because I saw that in the lyrics and that's what the song's about, but musically it makes me feel that way. Like I said, it makes me feel like I'm in my car driving at night waiting to get somewhere. And that's the kind of mood the music puts me in. And yeah, this one quite different too from the rest of the album. And not like I said, not quite happy, but not sad either. Um, Full of anticipation, just like what it said in the lyrics, and it going back to the theme, what I think the theme is. Um, a lot happens in the story in just this one song and this part of the tale. This is going to be like a lot of traveling, a lot of tribulation, trials, um, a lot of problems and trying to get to what they feel is home and their goal, and it's there's signs of them encouraging each other, the four, brothers or four people, um, talking about, like leave a light on. That's going to help, to help guide us home. It's like encouragement. And yeah, I just feel like for this part of the tale, there it's a lot of tribulation and trial. Also, because of what we're seeing here, it's a snowy night. A trek like this is not easy, This does not look like if you were to walk from here to a little village over here, doesn't look like that would be super easy in this weather and that temperature. So, yeah, what a journey, man. And I mean, ultimately, we know how this one ends with meeting the master. They find their way there. But, um, wow, what an album. Let me, before I start talking about what I think of the whole album, that solo was pretty cool, man. The beginning of that, it's like the guitar was fluttering in and out. Yeah, hold on. And it switches to the right. Oh, yeah, I go from right to left. That sounds so cool on headphones. Yeah, this song, I still need to listen to it more for it to sink in, but it definitely has a nice flow to it. Absolutely love the bass work on this one. And again, one of the things that sticks out the most to me on this is how in sync the guitar and bass guitar is on this, playing the exact same notes for a good portion of this song, mainly in the verses. But wow, excellent tune. Uh, like I said, I just need to listen to it about five more times for it to fully sink in. But um, I understand the place it has in the album now. So the album, what do I think about it, man? I've heard all the songs from Starcatcher now, and to be honest with you, um, well, first off, let me say I do like the album overall. When I first started, when they first released Meeting the Master, and I was a bit delayed in, how fast I could listen to these just with real life, and, reacting is not my job. And even when I do this, I don't get paid for this. So it's, I had a delay. I had to take care of real life stuff, real life things, and, this took a back seat. But maybe that's part of the reason why I didn't feel super connected to this one, because the first couple listens of songs on this album came pretty spaced out. But you know what? Now that I said that, I don't think that was it. I had a disconnect with the first few songs. Some of them sounded somewhat repetitive, and I don't come after me, guys. It's my honest thoughts. I did like every song I've heard off this album, but I mean, thinking about did I like it as much as their older stuff or, Garden's Gate material? No, nothing on this. as far as the first few listens, really caught me and grabbed me and shook me and said, "Yeah, this is awesome." I did really like Meeting the Master. That song was great. Um, all the songs have some pretty catchy choruses, but um, one thing I noticed about this album is uh, the mixing on this could be really hit or miss for some people. Some people might not be okay with this extreme echoey and reverby kind of sound. Um, to be honest, I wasn't a fan of it at first, but I guess I got used to it, and also just because of the universe that we're in on this album and the world they're trying to build, it makes sense to me why it has that much echo. Now, if I had not had a theme to grasp onto for this whole album, I don't know if I would like this album as much. It kind of and this is part of the reason why I like paying attention to lyrics. I know there's some people out there who hate that. Like they listen to music and don't give a crap about the lyrics. They just like music, which I guess is okay, but at the same time, don't go after people who actually care to see what the artist is writing about. Um, well, I got sidetracked there, but my point is, if I was someone who just listened to the music, I don't think I'd feel as connected as I do, uh, to the songs, and I kudos to them for creating this universe and this story in this universe. Now, some people, like I said, might disagree with my interpretation. All I can say is that's my first instincts in what I'm seeing in the lyrics. And I also know that I'm not alone because I did a search. And there's a lot of other people out there who also see this story as like a cult kind of deal. But yeah, amazing story they told. And it makes the music that much more impactful and meaningful, knowing that this is the story. And the music tells the story in the lyrics as well, which is, it's not something a lot of artists always do. Yeah, there's some other artists out there who are able to put together themes and make the music match the themes, but that's not something you see super common. Maybe not even 50% of the time. A lot of artists just write a song and, like, hey, does it sound good? Okay. And, maybe each song on the album has its own completely separate theme. But, rarely does a whole album tell a story like this. And yeah, what a story it was, man. As far as the universe that you're in this, I can't help but think of like, the medieval times, no technology, just, pumping it on foot wherever you go. And of course, there are a couple moments of reprieve from the story. Like you could take this song, Frozen Light, in a more literal, non-fantastical sense and just see it as, yeah, they're going to get a meal late at night, or I guess you could say like 1 or 2 in the morning, early in the morning after a show. And Runway Blues, that's another one that's clearly not part of this story because they're talking about New York and I think Los Angeles. So, and then the final song, what is it? Farewell for Now. That seems pretty clear that it's a ode to the fans. So there's another reprieve, but yeah. What else can I say about this? Is this my favorite GVF album? No. Battle at Garden's Gate is to me their best work. But this has, I understand the place this album has in their evolution. While I don't, this one did not have as much, catchy moments to me. The structure on this entire album and all the songs was a lot looser, a lot more experimental, but that experimental feel to it kind of let them kind of like, you can see their mastership of their instruments is on display in an experimental kind of album like this. The songs and the melodies, to me, are less tightly structured, and it's more loosely based where they can kind of just do a jam session, and it seems just a lot more like it's weird, but like they were on something. You know what I mean? Like some kind of like, I don't know, they're on something to help them uh, really explore their musical abilities here, and not focus as much on a tightly structured, cookie cutter kind of hit song. However, there are moments on this album where things get pretty structured, pretty catchy, and it belongs on the radio. But yeah, overall, I'd probably rate this album a 8 out of 10. I would say, and just for context, I would probably give the Battle at Garden's Gate album a 10 out of 10. So, yeah, still good, but not my favorite album. Worth the journey, absolutely. This was an excellent album. I can't. I want to make sure you guys understand that. While it's not my favorite, it was an excellent piece of work. Very thoughtful piece of work too. Like this was really well thought out, and yeah, what a journey this was. And in a weird way, even though this is the seventh track, and it's my last song to hear it, or my last song to hear from this album, it just seems fitting that this is the last song, especially the way that the song ended. But yeah, if you guys are anyone who just watches my GVF reactions, then thanks for hanging in there and checking all these out with me. You're probably not going to see me again for a while if that's all you watch is my GVF reactions. But yeah, it's been a journey. If you're here, thank you for coming on this journey with me. If you're someone who doesn't agree with my interpretation, then thanks for sitting through all these, hearing me say something that you don't really agree with. So, yeah, anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up. Yeah, but if you're still here, thanks, guys. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen to my thoughts and enjoy some good music with me as well. If you have any other songs you want me to check out from any other artist, let me know in the comments. And yeah, maybe I will see you guys in the next one. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. It's that time of year. So peace, guys. Stay safe.